We come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight, we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cleveland Browns. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Herbert going to go to the air right away. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And again, it's Chubb. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Herbert now.
That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They snap it to Herbert. It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and this Browns defense stands tall. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll run right here with Jacobs. Bulldozes past him. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
The Browns at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
So this, Charles, on paper at least, not the most even of matchups. Polar opposite, really. I mean, on one sideline, you got the hottest team in the league, still unbeaten, and on the other side, a winless squad.
And that's why I owe you, and I owe you big, because you did email me this week to remember any given Sunday. That was a phrase you typed to me, and that's what we have to remember in this ball game. It resounds when you think about it. Unbeaten versus winless, any given Sunday, anything can happen in this league.
23 yards the pickup there.
And a nice call and really good execution there, because they gave him a little bit of a different launch angle perhaps. You know, you don't want to have the quarterback dropping back 5 to 7 steps on every play and have the defense zero in on him. There you hope that you get your defense going one way. They sent him the other, and they picked up nice yardage with that completion.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Here's Jacobs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. One more time with Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. York now for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. He'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Herbert. Slant route, he's got Dobbs. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, Herbert. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A very solid gain of 27. He can really smell 800 catches right now, because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll be brought down at the 27. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. 7th play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense.
And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Browns. So 20-0 now pending the extra point, and this place is jumping.
Yeah, you can feel it, can't you? You can also see it. You're seeing people in the stands now, excited, happy, high-fiving each other, and expecting this score to continue to mount.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Herbert. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From the 50, here's Herbert. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have the Chargers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. On 1st down, it's Herbert. And this will be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 38. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Here's Herbert. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Blake. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his man, complete. It's Blake.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They run again on first down. Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Herbert. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Second and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Back to throw. Herbert. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them at the end zone as the first half winds down.
Back to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Browns force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series, because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They'll throw now on the final play. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On play action, they'll throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. He'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
The Browns send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. The slot man in motion right. Herbert just beat the play clock. He finds his man complete. That's Blake. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The middle, it's Chubb. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36.
Kirby Joseph there to drop him.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
From the 36, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Herbert now. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Herbert on 1st down now. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll look to throw here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. He'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. Touchdown! A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Throwing again on second down. Herbert. It's Williams on the catch.
And this defense going to bring out a couple extra DBs here on 3rd and a yard.
Slot man moves right. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku from 19 yards away. And the Browns will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
On 2nd and a yard. Herbert. That's out to Chubb. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Browns. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got Njoku over the middle. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by York is up and good.
And it is 42-0.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now back to throw. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Williams brings it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here. And now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Now a throw here to his running back. Finding room at midfield. Room here to run. Loose inside the 30. Touchdown. Josh Jacobs. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Browns continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, L.A. Nick Chubb, 75 yards. And the Chargers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got a man. Complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together...
nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. The job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Chubb on the counter. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Now it's Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read a receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Fourth down for Herbert. Desperation time. Being chased out left. Looking long for Thomas. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. On the move past the 40. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like, that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Charger drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And they'll send Williams in motion right. On 4th down, Herbert. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
That one looks like he'll throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Forced out, and this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Another touchdown in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Escaping the pressure right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. To the air again, Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. A big play there for L.A. 52 yards. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Here's Herbert. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. They'll run for it. Chubb. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a two-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the